WSYX reporter Dana J. continues our coverage tonight. And Dana, Ohioans don't weigh in on this Republican field until the primary election in March, but there is still reason to pay attention now, right?
Well, that's right, Yolanda, because while Iowa kicks this thing off, Ohio historically makes a difference in the end. And that's why the Ohio experts I talked to today are, like many others, watching the results to see who could ultimately make it to November. As voters in the Hawkeye state start the process, experts in the Buckeye state are paying attention. Republican political analyst Terry Casey.
Out of Iowa, New Hampshire, South Carolina, there's going to be a narrowing down to a top 3, 4, or 5, and then there's going to be a testing which candidates have organization.
Just about every candidate in the crowded field has had a turn at the top. But 11th hour polls show Mitt Romney, Ron Paul, and Rick Santorum in the lead.
I think watching what goes on in Iowa, I think can give Ohioans some insight, as to where certain groups of voters that are similar, will go.
And after Iowa, candidates will eventually go to Ohio. Organization will be key if candidates can make it to the March primary. The caucuses will give us a clue. Aside from Mitt Romney, Schechter, a Democrat, expects few to have the staying power to make it to the March primary, but he has his eye on Ron Paul.
He's got what Obama had, these young volunteers who are willing to show up at caucuses and do things.
And while Iowa starts the process, Ohio tends to make the difference in the general election. So our experts will be examining how the candidates fare there in January to get an idea how they'll do here in November.
Because as you move into a state like Ohio, it's a lot bigger than in New Hampshire or in Iowa. Costs a lot more money for TV, for mail, for all the kind of things that are important in campaigns.
Now, something to note on the Ohio primary, the one in March, it's no longer a winner-take-all proposition, if you will. So that means, since that's the case in many states across the country this year, this primary process could drag out a little bit longer than usual. We're live tonight in the newsroom. I'm Dana J., ABC6 News.